Hello, this is Babia Radio, and today let's talk on air. Over to Bina Krishna.
Dear Mohammad Rafi Saab fans across India and the globe, Namaste. I am Bina Krishna, core committee member of Barbar Rafi Fan Club, Bangalore, India. The following telephone conversation is a recording of my interview with Aparajita Bhushan, daughter of famous actor Sri Bharat Bhushan, who has acted as a hero in notable films like Baiju Bawra and Barsat Ki Raat. Aparajita ji is a former actress, having played the role of Mandodri in the 1987 TV series Ramayan, besides having acted in several films. She currently follows her passion for writing and motivational speaking. Namaste, Aparajita ji. Barbar Rafi. How are you?
I'm good, Veena ji. How are you?
I am very fine, thank you. बारबार रफी फैन क्लब बैंगलोर में आपका स्वागत है.
Thank you so much for inviting me and making me a part of this group. Thank you. आपका बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया.
Delighted that you agreed to speak with me today as part of our online series जो बात तुझ में है, that is celebrating Sahir Ludhianvi Saab and your respected actor father Shri Bharat Bhushan.
Yes.
So
I'm honored that I'm a part of this lesson, and it's a great pleasure to be with you all.
so can you tell us how and when did your father start his acting career?
I think first he went when he was very young. Of course, he always had this dream that he wanted to be an actor, because he was very fond of music.
Okay.
Yes. So I think he first went to Calcutta. Then he tried his hand at acting, and I think he did Nat Kabir from there. Yes.
Okay.
And then he returned to Aligarh, where he was born and where he was educated in the Aligarh University.
Okay.
और वहाँ जाके then he got married, and then he did a Bimal Roy film called माँ. Bimal Roy जी की film थी माँ.
Okay.
He did that film, and then in Bombay he seriously started looking for roles. I mean, and I think after Suhagrat and Ma, he got this film Baiju Bawra. That was in 1952.
Yeah.
And from there he took off.
Oh, that was a phenomenal success.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Wonderful. And then your father was a really busy and renowned actor, isn't it? After Baiju Bawra took off.
Yes.
And how did his being in films affect your childhood? Can you tell us a little about that?
Oh, I remember it so vividly, Of course, we were brought up in great splendor and with a lot of, grandeur and cars and bungalows and everything. Sometimes we got to see our father, very rarely. But I do remember that whatever time he could manage from his shooting, he used to always be with me and my sister. My sister was elder to me, a couple of years elder, Anuradha. And I remember being with him so many times. He used to take us to hill stations, horse riding, or he used to sit down with his music and teach us the harmonium, the tanpura, sitar, and so he was very, very attached to us, and he would give us all his time when he was not shooting. So that's a very beautiful part of my memory of him.
Oh, wonderful. And so we are, Barbar Rafi is a fan club, dedicated only to Rafi Saab. And we have been doing his programs only his programs for the last 13 years. So भारत भूषण जी मतलब रफी साहब ने इतने गाने गाए हैं उनके लिए, मतलब एक से बढ़कर एक, सब सुपर हिट, starting with Baiju Bawra probably, or maybe even before. Did your father ever share anything about Rafi Saab with you?
Oh, yes. He used to sit and talk about, all the people who were very close to him, like Sahir ji and Roshan ji, the music director Roshan ji, and the actors and artists who were very close to him. And Rafi साहब के लिए वो हमेशा कहते थे कि वो मेरी असली आवाज है. मतलब मेरे सब अच्छे अच्छे गीत ज्यादातर उन्होंने गाए हैं. एंड ही ऑल्सो यूज्ड टू से दैट रफी साहब की ये बहुत बड़ी टैलेंट है कि वो जिसके लिए गा रहे हैं, जिनके लिए भी गा रहे हैं, ही यूज्ड टू totally immerse himself into that character and sing.
Exactly.
And give that character that, that voice, that tone, तो जब उनको पता चलता था कि वो मेरे पिताजी के लिए गा रहे हैं तो इमीडिएटली सोचे हाँ भारत जी के लिए गा रहा हूँ तो फिर आई हैव टू बी सॉफ्ट, आई हैव टू बी in a very gentle way he used to sing. तो ये हमेशा कहते थे कि रफी साहब पूरी तरह से मुझे अपने दिल में रख कर फिर जाते हैं करके.
वाह वाह. So what was have you any idea did he ever mention which was his favorite Rafi Saab song which was picturized on him or any other actor?
Oh yes, he used to always talk about, he used to say कि हमेशा ये कहा जाता था कि भारत जी सिर्फ क्लासिकल फिल्म करते हैं, क्लासिकल गाने गाते हैं. But he used to say, see the way Rafi Saab has sung for me in these songs. He used to particularly speak about 2 or 3 songs. One is, he did a film called Sawan with Amita ji as his heroine.
Yes.
उसमें एक बहुत लाइट गाना है, भीगा भीगा प्यार का समा.
Yes.
Okay, this was in 1959. तो कहते थे देखो रफी साहब ने कैसे गाया है मेरे लिए, so light and so sort of full of fun. And another song he used to always love was from a film called 11,000 लड़कियां.
Yes, दिल की तमन्ना.
मानस सिन्हा जी. Yes, दिल की तमन्ना की मस्ती में. Actually, if you see the video, I mean, he's so different from all the other serious roles. And the way Rafi Saab has sung this song,
really?
with full abandon, And another song he used to always mention is from a film which is not very well known, perhaps, but Chand Mere Aaja. Okay, it was Nanda. Chand Mere Aaja. That was Nanda ji was in it.
Okay.
Written. और उसमें एक गाना है तेरी आंखों में प्यार मैंने देख लिया.
Oh वाह.
Okay. हाँ. It's such a soft and beautiful song. तो वो कहती थी कि देखो इतने लाइट गाने भी मेरे वो प्यार से गा लेते थे. And his favorite song from Beti Bhaga was मन तक पर हरी दर्शन. तो इसे देखो वो क्लासिकल गाना कैसे गाते हैं मेरे लिए, दुनिया के रखवाले उन्होंने मेरे लिए कैसे गाया है. और भी एक गाने का बहुत उनको वो जिक्र करते थे. मिर्जा गालिब के का एक गीत रफी साहब ने उनका एक गजल बहुत गाई है प्यार से, है बस के हरे तुमके इशारे में निशान.
Yes.
है ना. यार अब वो न अपने just see the way he has sung that exactly like Khalid would have,
Yes.
तो इन गानों का वो बहुत जिक्र करते थे.
बहुत बहुत. और आपने आप कभी रफी साहब से मिले हैं या डिड यू हैव द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू एवर गो टू अ स्टूडियो एंड see your father acting?
I have had the good fortune of seeing my father acting, but I've always had the regret कि मैं रफी साहब से नहीं मिल सकी.
Okay.
लेकिन उनकी अदर हीरोइंस जो थी, आशा पारिक जी, मीना कुमारी जी, नूतन जी, मधुबाला जी, I'm so fortunate to have met all of them. Yes, I've really been very lucky to meet them personally, sit with them, speak with them. Yes, that was really
Wonderful.
Fortunate.
Wonderful.
But not Rafi Saab. I really regret that.
Yeah, I too regret that. Though you had the opportunity and I didn't have it, but even then, even if I had, seen him even singing on the stage, also that memory would have been really nice. Yeah.
Yes, but I remember my father saying he was such a gentle person. These are the words he used to describe Rafi Saab. Very humble. These are 2-3 words I remember he used to say. Itne humble, itne gentle, itne soft-spoken. These were the 3 adjectives he used to always use for Rafi Saab. I remember that.
So nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is your favorite song of Rafi Saab?
My favorite, of course, there are many of my father's favorite songs, but I love the song from Basant Bahar, O Duniya Ke Duniya Na Bhai Mohe
Duniya
Ab
Bhai.
To Bula Le.
Yes.
Charnon Mein. That is really one of my favorites, and definitely from Beju Bawra, O Duniya Ke Rakhwali, that is one of them. And many of them, but these are the classics which I have so far mentioned.
Yes, they are unforgettable songs.
अनफॉरगेटेबल और हाँ वो उनको कवालियां भी बहुत पसंद थी अपनी बरसात की रात की
Yes.
ये इश्क इश्क है एंड ही से कि देखो जो लास्ट की कवाली है जो है ना द लास्ट आउट ऑफ द 3 कवालीज
Yeah.
even in that Rafi Saab has sung for him
Yes.
so he was very fond of those कवालीज मुझे याद है कि घर में शाम को हमेशा वो उनके पास वो स्कूल वाले टेप रिकॉर्डर्स होते थे ना उनको तो he used to always play these कवालीज या प्रोजेक्टर पे लगा के बरसात की रात बैठ के हम लोग देखते थे साथ में तो
How
it
nice.
was a very musical childhood I can say
Very nice.
yeah
Now let's come to Sahil Ludhianvi Saab. I read that Bharat Bhushan ji and Sahil Ludhianvi Saab shared a very special relationship. Can you tell us something about that?
Oh yes, I remember. See, we had a bungalow at Santa Cruz. We had a bungalow at Pali Hill and one in Pune. So Santa Cruz ke bungalow, and my father had a huge library, of thousands of books, maybe nearly a lakh of books, all from fiction to everything. So Sahil ji was a regular visitor. At our place, and unme dosti aisi thi. It was like two poets or two talented, creative people, sharing, even in silence. उस आर्टिकल में साहिल जी ने एक आर्टिकल लिखा है भारत एज आई नो हिम और उसमें उन्होंने ही हैज मेंशन्ड कि there were times when Bharat and I never used to speak. There was just silence between us, and yet we shared so much. तो मुझे याद है कि हम छोटे थे उस वक्त और साहिल जी आते थे कभी. My father used to be, shooting, and Sahil ji aate the तो we both, my sister and I used to run to him. He used to sit and talk to us and laugh with us, and it was a very special bond between them.
So he used to come freely to your house even when your dad was not there, and he used to sit and write his poetry in your
yes.
house.
He has mentioned that he has written many of his songs sitting there in his library.
Wonderful.
Yes.
That's so nice.
In fact, it seems somebody had asked him for a photograph, and then he had said that if you want a poet's photograph, then you must have Bharat's photograph because he is a complete poet. Something like that in his article. Yes.
How nice. Okay. Apart from being an actor and later he became a producer too, what were your father's interests? Like you said, music. Anything else that he was interested in?
Music and books were his primary interests and his passion. Okay, music. He had a vast collection of ghazals, and there used to be these qawwals, and there used to be mushairas, at our bungalows, and he was all the time immersed in either in his books or in his music, books covering from, Banat Shaw and Amrita Pritam ji and Marie Corelli, Elia Kazan, Nikos Kazan, everyone you can mention. But I think people do not know that he was a very good photographer.
Oh.
He had a range of cameras even at that time, and whenever free, he would take us to these hillsides, or he would go on his own, and he would photograph nature. He would photograph, the rustic hillside people, and at that time, black and white mein hua karte the. I have some of those photographs with me,
Really?
and yes, and he used to go to those dark rooms, and he used to develop the negative on his own. He drew it by himself.
Okay.
Yes. And that was one of his passions. Another was his gardens. हमारे जो 3 बंगले थे, he was very, very fond of gardens and plants and trees, and there used to be rows of jasmine and roses, and whenever he had the time, he would go and personally supervise the gardener and look after his plants. So that was another passion of his.
Very nice.
He was very closely bonded to the arts, to
Yes.
all these things.
To all things
nature.
gentle, we can say that.
Yes, Yes, and he was a very gentle person,
Yeah.
very soft. I don't think I have ever heard him raising his voice or becoming, no. I've always seen him as a very soft-spoken father and person. Yeah,
Wonderful memories.
yeah.
Okay, now let's come to you, Aparajita ji. You were an actress yourself, having acted in the multi-star blockbuster serial Ramayan, as well as several films. How did you get the role in Ramayan? And tell us a little about playing Mandodri and your other film roles.
Yeah, I sometimes think, there are two of some things that I'm very proud of. One is that, of course, I'm very proud to be my father's daughter. And secondly, I've been very fortunate to have played Mandodri in Ramanand Sagarji's Ramayana. Okay? Because that role, I was dubbing actually. I was, dubbing for films in English and Hindi. And that was when Sagar Saab, spotted me. And he said, oh, we were auditioning for Mandodri's role, for Ravan's wife. And that's how I was offered that role.
Okay.
And I was so fortunate because I never even knew who was Mandodri. But when I started acting and playing that role, the love I got from there, the adulation and the popularity, I mean, till today, अभी पिछले साल रामायण फिर से रीटेलीकास्ट हुई थी दूरदर्शन पे.
जी.
And the whole team, all of us, the artists and the crew, we've all got the same adulation, love and respect which we had at that time. So Mandodri gave me that platform, and from there I started acting in films. And many good.
Some notable roles that you can tell us about your film career?
Yes, after Mandodri, the film that was released was Hatya, Govindaji's Hatya. And that again is one of my favorite films because it was a super hit. And then I did films like Vishwatma, Mohra, Gut, Palbrahmachari, Maharaja, and Pyartadeta. I did around 70 films in all.
Oh, really?
And and there was one serial I did which came on Doordarshan, that was Imtihan, in which Renuka Shahani featured.
Okay.
That. So, even that serial did very well on Doordarshan.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, I would like to ask you something about your mother, or rather mothers, because I read that your mother passed on when you were born, and your father remarried his co-star Ratna. Can you share something about your two mothers?
See, as far as my real mother was is concerned, Sarla ji, her name was Sarla. I cannot tell you how she was, what she looked like, because she passed away while giving birth to me. Okay, but I've heard a lot about her, and I heard that she again was like my father, very soft-spoken, very learned. I mean, she was an MA, and she was from Meerut, and it seems she was loved by everybody, a very intelligent and soft-spoken lady. And Ratna ji, yes, my second mother. Definitely, I think we sisters were around 10 years old when Ratna ji came into my father's life.
Okay.
And yes, she was connected with us very deeply. And I'm very happy that she was there for my father because Beena ji, she physically, mentally, emotionally, she was a very big support for my father. She saw his superstar days, and then she stayed with him. She lived with him all through the years when his downfall began. And I'm grateful for her being in my father's life because she was with him till the end. So I'm happy about that. Yes.
Yeah, thank you for that. Your father was multifaceted. Actor, scriptwriter, story writer, producer. Which facet did he do extremely well in? And which facet was his most testing one, you think?
Definitely acting was his, most successful passion. But he used to write a lot. And I remember that in the later years, he had written a lot of scripts which he was trying to sell, or trying to, but he was unsuccessful in that. But I remember that he used to often sit and relate those stories, discuss it with us, even as I was around 17, 18 at that time, and they were wonderful stories. But it was very unfortunate that he could not, see that, they could not be made into films or whatever. Yeah, but he was very passionate about writing, and probably I have inherited, one of these beautiful qualities from him.
Yes,
Yeah.
you too write, and you are also a motivational speaker, and we can make that out in your fluent language. Wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Your father turned producer, and that was what caused the downfall, isn't it? So,
Yes. This was, I think, in the 60s. He produced a film called Dooj Ka Chand. Okay?
lovely songs.
And the songs were very good.
Yeah.
And the storyline was very good. And he was sure that it would do very well. But somewhere along the line, the film didn't run. And that was when we lived in the Pali Hill bungalow, a very lavish bungalow at Pali Hill. And from there, I think he lost it all, And but he did it very well, and I'm very proud of my father that he accepted it. And I learned so much from him how to face life challenges and ups and downs, without any regret or complaint. I have never ever seen him, regret anything or complain about anything. He used to just say that I just accept it. I accepted, and he accepted it very gracious.
He took it in his stride, and he still continued acting.
Yes, he continued as a character. His character artist. His last lead films were Jahanara and Takdeer. Rajshri Productions, Takdeer.
Yes.
Okay? Takdeer did quite well, and
Yes.
the songs were very, very good.
Yes.
Jahanara. After that, he started switching on to character roles because he knew that, survival is part of our lives.
Yes.
And he did any film that came to him, and he did it very gracefully, and he accepted it. One of his, I think, films he was very fond of is Pyar Ka Mausam, जिसमें वो गाना है
जी, तुम बिन जाओ कहाँ.
Yeah, but otherwise too, he did a lot of things. He worked right till the end, till he passed away.
Tum Bin Jaun Kahan, the Rafi, there are two versions, isn't it? Kishore and Rafi. Yeah, so 1992 was the year your dad passed away. Can you tell us about the last days of your father?
The last days of my father were again quiet. Okay, he was quiet. Whenever there was shooting, he would shoot. When there was no shooting, sometimes for a couple of months, he would just be with his books. And he lived in an apartment in Bombay where, again, he was surrounded. All that he had kept were his books. That he would never let go of. So even when there was no shooting, he would just surround himself with his music and his books and quietly wait for work to come. And I would say that his last days were spent in peace and quiet. And that's it. And I was not with him when he passed away. I received a call rather late in the night at around 2 or 3 o'clock. I was in my house in Bombay. And by the time I rushed to the hospital, he had already passed away. And that's it.
So Ratnaji was with him at that time?
Yes, Ratnaji was
with him. Okay. Yes. So he was living quietly, peacefully with her, and you were.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He lived in a dignified way. He lived gracefully. He passed away in his own dignified way.
This is such a lovely thing to hear.
Yes, and I'm thankful to God that he didn't see all those difficult days where, one can say that Bharat ji itni takleef mein nahi. Aisa kuch nahi hai. We are to witness that he died in his own apartment. And also at the same time, he also had rented an apartment in Devlali, which is near Nasik. Okay? And वहाँ उन्होंने अनुराधा को रखा था for her health reasons because she has always been a sick child. Okay? So he was maintaining 2 houses, and Yes, that's it.
Yeah, so lovely, so lovely. Aparijita ji, can you give us a message for our viewers, for our listeners, your thoughts, your feelings?
Yes, I can share some thoughts and feelings, definitely. Uh, when I quit films in 1997, though my acting career had given me the opportunity to, fulfill all my materialistic responsibilities and, like bringing up the kids and building a home, somewhere I was lost. My own challenges, my pain, hurt, fears, they were now prompting me to, search for answers. Why does this happen? Why don't we heal? How do we heal? What is healing? And what do we do to remove this pain from within us? And after quitting films, I began my spiritual quest. I began searching for answers. And I learned something very beautiful, and I'm still learning, is that healing does not begin at the level of our physical body. We must begin somewhere in the mind, somewhere at the soul level, and there are so many negativities within us, the blockages, anger, worry, doubt, anxiety, fear, apprehensions, resentments. Unless we release them and we bring in truth, love, harmony, unless we awaken to a new consciousness that, the entire planet, the entire universe was created out of laws and out of love, we are not going to heal.
Yeah.
But once we do that, beautiful things begin to manifest. We realize that, we are able to fly, we are able to manifest whatever we want in our lives, and we experience peace and joy. So the little bit of sharing which I can do with us all is that let us bring in love, truth, and harmony and a new consciousness into us. By doing this, not only will we heal, not only will we hold ourselves together, but we will hold our planet together,
What a wonderful message. And I'm very, very sure हमारे सब listeners ये बहुत बहुत चाहत से सुनेंगे और फॉलो भी करेंगे.
Thank you so much for allowing me to share my humble feelings and thoughts, Beena ji. Yes, I wish you all love, light and life in your lives.
आपका तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ. मैं ये ज़रूर कहूँगी कि बहुत ही अच्छा लगा आपसे गुफ्तगू करके. बहुत सारी बातें आपने हमें बताया जो हमारे मेंबर्स को सुनकर बहुत खुशी होगी. अब आपसे आज्ञा चाहते हैं और उम्मीद करेंगे कि आप हमारी मुलाकात जल्दी बेंगलुरु में हमारे कोई महफिल में दोबारा हो.
जरूर बीना जी, मैं भी आपका शुक्रिया अदा करूंगी कि आपने मुझे याद किया और इतनी सब बातें मेरे पिताजी के बारे में बोलने का मुझे एक मौका दिया. एंड मेरा प्रणाम आप सबको, मेरा प्यार आप सबको.
थैंक यू.
थैंक यू.